Alright guys, Puppy's World here, and today I got something different for you. This is just in from Sound and Vision. By the way, happy August. Hope y'all have a great month. Hope y'all had a great July, June and July. Hope everyone's staying safe, and turntables are turning, and digital amps are thumping and pumping, and you are able to put your Atmos together or your DTSX and all that. But so I've got Sound and Vision September 2017 here, and each month I try to do this, try to give you guys this just in, being careful not to completely illustrate the entire magazine, as we'd have some issues then. But so I was able to look over this summer's Audio Advisor catalog that had arrived just yesterday in the mail. So I got a number of recommendations in here. I'll have to do a separate video on at some point. Recommendations, DACs and stuff. I want to do a whole video devoted to DACs at some point. But this just in, guys, from Sound and Vision, September 2017. Like I said, happy August 1st. Control 4's custom Airstream is rolling across the country to promote smart design, smart living. It features whole house AV light, smart lighting, intelligent safety and security, and voice control. All right. One of the points I wanted to point out, guys, right here at the top, one of the first articles or first stories is H.H. Gregg has closed after 62 years in business. The Indiana-based CE retailer chain fell victim to an ill-advised IPO, initial public offering. National expansion, the rise of online retailing, and falling prices. So after they came out with their stock, they went public. It looks like H.H. Gregg has closed. Was never too fond of them anyways, to be honest with you. I never bought anything from H.H. Gregg. Well, that just fuels more fire to the internet retailers becoming abroad and dropping prices down, because everything's competitive on the internet, and it's readily found and available in terms of pricing and availability and whatnot. So that's almost a good thing for consumers, because, well, prices will reflect that online, the more brick and mortar stores that close. So, but that's never good for people who live near those establishments or retailers and who buy and have warranties from them. So unfortunate for some, fortunate for others. But here it looks like LG, Samsung, and Sony are Netflix's recommended TV makers. Among other talents, their products can power up and start Netflix within seconds, rapidly switching between Netflix and live TV and display the Netflix interface in high definition. That's long been usually the case, guys. Usually, on my Sony XBR TV remote controls, you'll see the Netflix button on any LG, Samsung. I would think other brands as well. But those are the big boys, the big names in the industry that have deals with Netflix. So, just a plus for those brands. Vizio's acquisition by Leeco, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, has come apart due to regulatory headwinds in China. The company, or the combined company, would have taken third place in 2017 TV shipments. That's too bad. Vizio makes a great TV. They're very budget-friendly orientated. They haven't had a lot of problems, and I know they've been uprising in terms of their 4K production and whatnot, but there's a new brand on the market. I wanted to point out in this little story, TCL or TLC, I'm pretty sure it's TCL, is a brand of televisions readily sold on Amazon for extremely cheap. And getting into the Chromecast or smart TVs, especially the 4K ones with high dynamic range and Dolby Vision, that TCL brand, it really catches my eye. It makes me, for a third bedroom or a guest room or a guest house or a poolside entertainment area, something that you're not watching TV all the time, those TCL TVs would be a great investment, or at least a great chance to see what their brand is capable of at that low budget friendly price point. So just wanted to throw that out there, guys. But Comcast Xfinity Instant TV. If people don't know what Comcast is. Xfinity is basically, Time Warner Cable started this all, Viacom, Time Warner Cable, and then it turned into Charter, and then Charter turned into Spectrum. So it's basically Spectrum running the board now for Time Warner, but Xfinity was a version of Time Warner, Charter, and Spectrum, still is in some places that don't have you're talking far out of the city and stuff like that. I know between Chicago and Milwaukee, if you were to go to like Grays Lake, Lake County, places like that, Lake Geneva, they're going to have Xfinity in places like that. So it's extreme remote places, but some of them have it, Comcast Xfinity's instant TV streaming is designed to tempt you broadband customers who don't opt for pay TV. Now being tested in Boston and Chicago, like I said, and the skinny bundle would go for $15 to $40 a month, including cloud DVR service. That's a plus. That's a real plus. I'm a fan of, if you're working full time and you've got other people living with you, paying the cable company is not a bad idea. However, pretty soon here on Puppy's World, I'm going to film us pulling the cable plug completely. I'll actually go through some services on pick your own channels and whatnot, because the female and I have a big issue among our TV watching preferences. She likes watching television shows, reality shows, and whatnot. I hate them. I absolutely can't stand them. The only reality TV show I would even watch is Live PD. Police officers and tactical type, storylines and whatnot. But so I usually do the movie channels, guys. I'm a movie buff, so I do HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, Stars, Encore, Epix. All those movie channels I always subscribe to. And by the way, I always get the people to get me into a promotion package, and if the promotion packages end, I usually call up and go, yeah, I was told by another employee, I don't remember his name exactly, but he told me that I'd get the promotional package extended another 3 months for the HBO, Cinemax, and Showtime, and possibly the other ones as well. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, but yeah, I usually try to subscribe to the movie channels, and she doesn't like them, so we're in cahoots with that sometimes. But moving on here, Verizon may launch a streaming video service that would tempt cord cutters with skinny bundles. Bloomberg reports that the company has been quietly signing streaming deals with content providers. Well, I believe in another sound and vision. It could have been from June. I'm not sure exactly here. The June issue, but one of them in there, this just in, had something about Verizon's FiOS service and how they had guaranteed specific speeds, internet speeds, and couldn't deliver on that, so ended up getting sued by certain cities and whatnot. So I'd have to double check on that. I'm not positive, but I thought that was the case. I thought they ended up getting sued actually for their internet being too slow. So here's June's This Just In. A lot of interesting information. I believe I already did something on this a while back. PlayStation 4, 360 YouTube videos with a firmware upgrade. So there was a lot of stuff here. Check out my video on that at some point, hopefully. I don't know if it was called This Just In by Sound and Vision or anything, but we have the DTS Virtual X enables receivers and soundbars to deliver height-like effects from DTS X encoded soundtracks without using in-ceiling or height-enabled speakers. Stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. So that's the difference between DTS X, guys, and Atmos. I've told you this before. They're not designed necessarily to use those height speakers at all times, whereas Atmos, main difference between True HD from Dolby and Atmos is going to be those height effects. Believe it or not, I've already explained this before, but True HD from Dolby is the only lossless audio codec, actually, from Dolby, which is surprising. Atmos isn't lossless. But, yeah, moving on here, guys. We got pay TV subs plummeted in 2016, with the biggest operations losing 795,000 customers, reports the Lichman Research Group. The losers were cable and telco TV companies. The two satellite operators actually added 190,000. Wow. Cable ops are beating telcos, though, in new broadband subscribers, adding 3.3 million in 2016, says Lichman. At their best years since 2007, and more than compensates for the loss in video subscribers. All right, don't know much about that, but to each his own. AT&T Fiber is reaching another 17 metro areas, including Chicago, Houston, Indianapolis, Los Angeles, Memphis, New Orleans, St. Louis, and others, raising the total to 51. 1 gigabytes per second service starts at $80 a month, then $119 after a year, and bundles with AT&T owned DirecTV and Uverse TV are available. So that's always the other service I went with. When I was married, my ex-wife and I had Uverse for 5 years straight. She would only use that service. She'd literally pull out a Gerber blade to you if you brought up Time Warner Cable and want to start slashing. She got so angry. So some people are branded that way, guys. And as we're talking about Charter and Viacom and Time Warner and all that, Charter got smacked with class action lawsuits claiming it sold the personally identifiable information of subscribers without permission from 2005 to 2014. Damn glad I wasn't a carrier of them or customer then. ISP claim they protect your privacy, though Congress just axed the FCC's broadband privacy regs. So got some unique stuff going on with that, guys. I do know that I knew a ton of people. I even outsourced sales deals with Time Warner, at some point for a career a while back. And I remember that I would go to people's homes to work on surround sound stuff, and they showed me their cable bill, and it's like the month of June it was $160, the month of July it was $180, the month of August $200. It just kept going and going and up and up and up, and then they got sued by the Senate subcommittee for overcharging people on their bills. So that company, oh man, they are crazy. It happens to us too. What we do is we just call them up and bitch at them. Usually they'll take care of it. Consumers are gorging on news programs, with viewership up 18% in 2016, mostly due to a rise in cable news. But are we better informed? I don't think we're better informed that much, guys. I can tell you this. I'm above the age of 30, so is my female companion. And I have to say, before I met her, she never watched the news at all. I'm an avid news watcher at about 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and then every single day at 6 a.m., 6 p.m., 10 p.m. Sometimes I'll catch it at 9, but every single day at least 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. and then 6 in the morning. Always watching the news. Same channel my mom and I grew up watching when I was a kid. She's always had TMJ4 or, NBC radio on during the day, 6:20 a.m. So in the car and whatnot. So I've grown up with that, and that's carried on over to me too. But Netflix downloads now work on Windows 10, lacking other platforms. Get updates at Windows Store. It's interesting. Showtime added downloading in Showtime Anywhere mobile apps, choosing 540p, 720p, or for tablets, 1080p. So that's interesting. For tablets, you can only use 1080p. That doesn't make sense. And then you're 720 progressive for everything else. Huh. Well, AMC, it's not American Motors Company either. I know, AMX and AMC used to be. But an ad-free streaming service aimed at millennials who have not cut the pay TV cord. Pricing may be $5 to $7 a month. So that's something I could look into at some point, guys. Give me recommendations or suggestions in the comments section if you think I should be cutting the cord from the cable company and going with specific brands and whatnot, services. I'd like to try a few out in the future and then let you guys know. Charter and AMC are teaming up to produce exclusive co-branded content for Spectrum pay TV subscribers starting in 2018. Charter gets the initial window, while AMC gets subsequent, including international rights. Well, so AMC's second best to Charter, it looks like, and I'm a subscriber, so we'll wait and see. The YouTube TV streaming service boasts a cloud DVR with unlimited storage, but it won't skip ads on all channels. Content deals with the network restrict ad skipping on TV episodes that are also on pay TV voice on demand. All right. Amazon and NFL have brought Thursday Night Football to Amazon Prime. It's at no extra cost, additional for the $99 a year service. I'm an Amazon Prime member, have been since 2010, I believe, guys. And I've checked that out. That's interesting. Another video, another discussion. Logitech's Harmony Elite. Love it. Gotta say, it's right over there, guys. You've seen it before. Bam. There it is. Love the remote, guys. Perfect universal companion and hub. Now support Google Assistant on Google Home. That enables you to use voice control to watch streamed video, pick a TV channel, adjust volume, skip forward or back, and use activities to control lighting, color, a Nest thermostat, or play music. That's one of the things I love about this, guys, and we'll get to that next. But with this remote, it's got the 2 light buttons you can automatically set up and down for dimming, and then 2 outlet buttons. So you can activate outlets, lighting, you can connect it to a Logitech hub, you can connect it to a Wink hub. I've got this... I had this in my other property, actually, so it's still programmed to the other property, not this house yet. But I had it connected to a Cree light bulb. I love the brand Cree for lighting, so I got into a Wi-Fi light from Cree, and damn, this thing worked out perfect. I love this thing. It can operate... we don't have a Nest thermostat, but we had a Honeywell... the this was working perfectly. So you could turn up and down the temperature and whatnot, turn on the AC, turn it off, set it to 68, whatever you want. Perfect remote. Love it, guys. Now we get into the good stuff. DTS:X Bitstream Pass-Through is now supported by Microsoft's Xbox One gaming console, which includes a Blu-ray drive. DTS:X supports full 360 surround sound and adapts to any given speaker layout. As I was telling you before, guys, the difference between Atmos, DTS is a little bit open spectrum, configuration type deal, a little bit more open to your speaker layout and not necessarily designed to utilize those high channels specifically. So, alright, Dirac Live is now a standard feature or free upgrade for owners of Storm Audio surround processors. The high-end room correction system tackles both frequency and impulse response. Never tried it yet, but I'd love to get into Storm Audio surround processors someday, guys. Hopefully do a review on one sometime. And then it brings us to Sling TV beefed up its sport programming with the addition of NBC Regional Sports Networks, part of Sling Blue at $25 a month, and Sling added Showtime. Interesting. And then our last but not least little story here is Luxman America is now of U.S. arm of IAG-owned Luxman Corporation. Among the 92-year-old audio brand's products are stereo-integrated amps and wiggling needles that make our hearts beat faster. Interesting there, guys. So, that's this just in from this month at Sound and Vision. Like I said, September of 2017. So there's lots of interesting articles in here, guys. I'll have to give you some recommendations as to what I've read and gone through and what I really find useful. A lot of stuff on home automation, as that is an increasingly growing field here. And I think that that's going to really take off at some point in the next year or two, home automation, and then integrating that with surround sound receivers and whatnot. We're really going to go a far spot with that. And then Roku updates operating systems. Roku's new operating system brings new features. The search platform ties into 300 streaming channels. More ways to watch, uses content recognition to recommend programs or streams, including those delivered by antenna even. If you'd rather not have Roku monitoring your viewing, it can be turned off. Live TV pause shows, thumbnails during forward or reverse, fast scanning, or buffered live video, and now includes closed captioning. You can also create labels at the home screen for connected devices. Love the Roku stuff, guys. They've always done great things, and it'll never, cease to amaze me. I was, interested to see this article. Of course, I had to read this about tubes and whatnot, so I recommend reading that. Of course, you got your LS50 from KEF. Love those. If I had to pick any powered speaker, guys, which I've never been very fond of, just because they're not powered that greatly, I'd have to go with KEF. The LS50 is award-winning. More than enough punch and power packed in those, so if I ever needed anything powered, I'd have to go with it. That pretty much brings us to an end, guys. I'm not going to completely give you the whole magazine here. You're going to go out and buy it yourself. Probably on store shelves already. I've been a subscriber for the last, it's got to be 20 years now. When I was a kid, guys, I used to go to the village library and actually sift through the old Sound and Vision issues, back issues and whatnot, bring them home and read them and all, go back the next day and get more, so... I just wanted to show you the new gear section. Sennheiser Flex wireless transmitter. Have a favorite set of headphones you wish were wireless? Well, the Flex 5000 transmitter receiver will do the trick with a minimum of fuss without breaking the piggy bank. Plug the transmitter into your TV or other source component, your headphones into the receiver, volume controller, and you're free to roam about. Untethered at last. Cleverly, the transmitter doubles as a charging dock for the receiver, which is good for up to 12 hours when fully charged. Mo Better Wireless. Nixing wires is wonderful, but Sennheiser goes a step further, providing listeners 3 hearing profiles to choose from, plus a TV speech mode designed to reduce background noise and enhance dialogue intelligibility. Optical, digital, and analog inputs are included along with a set of MX475 earbuds to help you get the wireless ball rolling. $200 does not sound bad for those guys. So, I'm a fan of my PSB M4U2 headphones. I also love my KEF headphones as well. These will turn them wireless. I will never, ever, ever go with wireless headphones, guys, unless I'm all of a sudden doing some sort of career that I am out and about all the time and can never be near an amplifier or with a cord, so have to do that at some point. And I just want to show you the Epson here, the 1450 3 LCD projector. But, yeah, $1,500, not a bad deal. Then we're talking the UBD M9500 from Samsung is now out at $400. have to go with the Sony X800 over that, but let me just read you the little description here. Now that 16% of American households own a 4K TV, with 11% planning to buy one in this year, it's time to get an Ultra HD party started. Building on last year's UK 8500, of course, the 9500 adds Bluetooth streaming and support for 360-degree video shots on the Samsung's Gear 360 camera to an already solid mix of features that includes HDR10 dynamic range. Okay, so that right there says it will not have Dolby Vision, guys. If it's got HDR10, it won't have Dolby Vision. Dual HDMI outputs and Ultra HD upscaling. The player doubles as an entertainment hub with a simple interface that provides access to Netflix, Amazon, and YouTube, while making it possible to mirror the TV screen on any mobile device connected to your network. What's more, a Blu-ray to mobile feature lets you stream a phone or tablet even while someone else is on the TV screen. Wow, something else on the TV screen, you can mirror your phone or tablet and stream it. That's pretty cool. So that would be kind of a cool thing. And then the Blu-ray to mobile stuff. Blu-ray to mobile stuff, and then the high dynamic range 10 is probably really good on this, but couldn't do it, guys. Would not get into it yet. So there you have it. There's my sound and vision. Yeah, I know. Dayton Audio speakers for $2,000 almost. So there you have it, folks. That was just in. Hope you enjoy your August. Have a great month, and yeah, we got some stuff coming soon. We got our SBS wall mounting kit here, or ceiling kit that I'm putting together here, so we got to mount some speakers on up. I'll let you know how that went, and of course I'll be back with a ton more stuff. Thanks for watching.